Therefore, it is important that we just trust the President because he knows what we don't know and he knows what he's doing. So let us all support the martial law of President Duterte in Mindanao.
Arroyo says by the time she became president, she inherited a battlefield in Mindanao.
The rebellion had gained ground led by the MILF in 1972. And when there was a peace agreement in 1996, the MILF continued the rebellion. And when I became president, it got all complicated because of the ascendance of international terrorism and religious warfare after 9/11.
Arroyo describes the Marawi crisis as a man-made calamity, a calamity of evacuees from war. She says it will take a long time to rebuild Marawi City. Asked if she's in favor of extending military rule in Mindanao,
If he asks for it, yes.
President Duterte said he's willing to extend martial law if government forces ask for it. The Supreme Court is set to rule on the constitutionality of his martial law proclamation next week. She's no stranger to martial law. Former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo placed Maguindanao under military rule in 2009 following the Ampatuan massacre. It only lasted 8 days. Arroyo lifted martial law even before Congress could review her proclamation. Several petitions challenging Arroyo's martial law were filed at the Supreme Court, but with the lifting of martial law, these were dismissed for having become moot and academic. And now the former president is throwing her full support to President Duterte's martial law declaration in the entire Mindanao.
Isang taong mga kasinungalingan, isang taong pagdidipit, isang taong pagmumura, pambabastos, isang taon, mga pangakong napako, lalo na yung kasinungalingan, fake cases, lalo na itong mga maratang sa atin, kung naman fake cases, fake news.
You know, give me a reason. Bakit ako kulungin mo? Is there a law which prohibits a president or a mayor or governor for that matter to say, do not destroy my country, city, or province because I will kill you? What is wrong with that statement? Do not destroy the youth of my land because I will kill you. What is wrong with that statement? Tell me. Ikaw mga iyot, mga bugok iyot. Turuan pa ako. This guy has been heard saying that I will kill you. Of course. Kaya sabi ko, I will run this country in accordance with my oath of office. Wala na yan. Pag Marcelo, Duterte, Marcelo, kanusa, pagkanitang-tangaw na. Shut up. Well, anyway, tipay kog dako nakaabot og 50 anyos. I was here maybe in murag kadugaya ra pod sa inyong inyong anniversary. About that time, I can hardly recall. Marami kasi akong iniisip ngayon. And, you know, may I talk first about the importance of what's happening to the nation. Ako ba, kung itong away na ito would involve the MIMN, I could very well understand. And still, I would really insist in just talking about peace. You know, ang historical motivation kasi nitong MIMN, and it started in the late 70s. Ang ilang manggong tunong was the rising nationalism of their territory, which is Mindanao. Long before Magellan arrived in Leyte, with of course bringing Christianity, gunpowder, and the rifles at that time, they were called muskets. Ang Islam was already thriving in Mindanao ahead by almost 50 years. The Muslim scholars would place it at about 70 or 80. But when I was a congressman, I did some reading sa archives ng Indonesia and of course subsequently sa Indonesia, Malaysia. So I was able to figure out how it came about the Malay race, kitang tanan, Malay manta, Indonesian, Malaysians. And the only thing is that half of the Philippines at that time, but Visayas and Luzon, was not as yet cultivated by the Moro of Mindanao. So, wala pa kaayoy religion nga ni sulod. And you know, at that time, dala-dala na ng Espanyol yung Christianity. I do not have anything against religion, but we are a product of colonialization, imperialism of the Spaniards and the Americans. And if I may say so, with due respect to the leaders, religious leaders around, pati yung mga kargado-siradong, we were also brutalized. And at that time, whether you like it or not, you have to convert, or you are the same, or you are in any other conquering tribe. So most of the Filipinos converted to Christianity at that time because we were at the mercy of imperialism. So ganoon ang nangyari. Naintindihan ko. I very well understand itong MIMN. And that is why even with the beating of the drums of war, I've always insisted in just talking and talking because we all know the history of why they are fighting. Ang hindi ko maintindihan itong mga terorista. And I'm referring to the ISIS and the local terrorists, yung Maote at yung mga allies nila, maramanig mga organisasyon na lang, parang Lions, parang JCs, and itong Sahulo, itong mga Abu Sayyaf. There is no redeeming factor at all, itong terrorism. All that they want, it started in the Middle East, expanded all over the world now, either in groups, in numbers, or singly, or dalawa, tatlo. And they all want is to kill and destroy. To me, they have no redeeming factor at all, except that they are terrorists. And they simply want to kill. Maunay nakadaot diha. Kaya ako galit. You know, you might not know it, but my mother was a half Maranao. And my lolo, on my mother's side, was a Chinese. Lam. Siguro iyang igagaw to yung lam na sugarol sa Clark na sinibatan tayo, hindi buhayad ng taxes. Yun ang hinanap ko, patayin ko yung buang na yun. So, I know the wherewithals of where we're going. Okay ako sa MIMN, but I will never talk to the terrorists. And there will never be forgiving there. And that war in Marawi will continue until the last terrorist is taken out. Di talaga ako papayag because it is a brutal and cruel organization. And to think that what will happen to us if we allow them to overwhelm. And you know, this every night I get my briefer from the DND, Defense, at yung kay Chief of Staff kay Anyo, pati sa police. And I'm telling you the truth. Every time I read it, I am really unsettling masyado. Sometimes I cry. Paluha lang ako if the numbers are really great. Kasi nakikita ko yung mga patay na sundalo ko kasi ako yung commander-in-chief. makikita ko yung mga pulis ko na namatay and in numbers. And I can just imagine ang pumapasok sa akin ang pamilya.